Today we're talking about Aboriginal, Aboriginal Australian, Aboriginal Australians. These people have been around for a long time, 60,000 years in Australia. But Igbos have been around for 340,000 years. So, but they are correct because they are nomads. They're nomads. So it's understandable, them being nomads. So this is what we're dealing with, and this is where it's taken us to Australia to figure out these Aboriginals over here who are living it up on the low. We've heard of all the tragic things that happened to them, and we're so sorry about it, you know. But that's what you got to deal when you're dealing with Neanderthals, you know. So these Australians, let's read a bit about it. How you guys doing today? So the Aboriginal people, together with the people of the Torres Strait Island, remember they also had Tasmania also, and who are ethnically and culturally distinctive, are the original inhabitants of Australia. Archaeologists believe they have been around for around 40 to 60,000 years. I believe they're nomadic though. I believe they've been around for 250,000 years and even more. There are about 500 different Aboriginal peoples in Australia, different tribes, just like Africa, each with their own language and territory and usually made up of a large number of separate clans. Man, see, they had it going on there. Archaeologists believe that the Aboriginals first came to the Australian continent around 45,000 years ago. Aboriginals themselves, however, trace their creation back to the dream time, an era long past when the earth was first formed. One Aboriginal man explained in this. So they're going back 450,000 years. This is not, they've been there longer. So Aboriginals themselves, however, track their creation back to the really right here. The dream creatures were connected to special places and special roads of track or paths. In many places, the great creatures changed themselves into sites where their spirits stayed. Aboriginals have a special connection with everything that is natural. Okay, so basically, what I'm getting here, based on their religion, is that they might have some. I think the archaeologists are mixing all the tribes in as one because it's when you study the nomadic and farmer, um, how they live, you start to know, okay, these people are nomads, these people are farmers, these people are here, they mixed, so they're pastry, nomadic, I mean farmers, yes, pasture, farmer, meaning that they've mixed nomadic and farming together. So these Aboriginal tribes who lived in islands and in the bush and in the desert lived by hunting and gathering. So that means they're nomads, burning the undergrowth to encourage the growth of plants favored by the game they hunted. So see how they mixed the nomads in with the people over here. Um, they call it farmers. So okay, so we see that. Now let's look at some stuff that's going on here with the Aboriginals because they've been there for a long time, and when I'm reading that stuff, they're trying to make it look like even though 45,000 years is long, they're trying to make it look like 45,000 years is nothing. It's that they just came. They just came. 45,000 is a long time. That's not just coming going on here.
People. Now, these are Aboriginals from Australia. Kimberley Aboriginal people were kidnapped in a process known as native driving or native hunting or blackbirding to work on pearling boats without wages as slaves. In 1905, Royal Commission into the conditioning of the natives found boys as young as 10 years old were being indentured to pearlers. In a process, pastoralists assisted this illegal practice by keeping Aboriginal people on their stations until they
Why
were
is she
picked up by
yelling?
pearlers or blackbirds. The fact
Like
that many
she's
of these
arguing with
Aboriginal
somebody.
people were from the bush and couldn't swim didn't seem to discourage the blackbirds from hunting them and forcing them in the ocean. Now, why would Aboriginals from somewhere else, why would they be referring to nigger hunting? Okay, so listen to what was documented about the Kimberley Aboriginal people. Now, these are Aboriginal.
Modern legal history made, recognising an ancient claim.
Yeah,
Fair justice has been served in this country for my people.
The Gulmadge clan of northeast Arnhem Land winning a momentous High Court case, confirming they're owed compensation for loss of native title rights when Swiss company Nabalco was allowed to mine bauxite on the land in 1968, despite the clan's protests.
Today is a victory for decency, common sense and the rule of law in this country.
Revered Indigenous leader Galawai Yunupingu brought the case against the Commonwealth 6 years ago, but died before victory was sealed, his brother commending his vision.
It's for the future of my people and our children and their children.
The decision, nearly 50 years since then Prime Minister Gough Whitlam poured red dirt through the hand of land rights pioneer Vincent Lingiari to symbolise Indigenous ownership in the Northern Territory.
What are just terms when you've had your traditional country taken from you without your consent, when you've had your sacred places destroyed?
Yunupingu was seeking up to $700 million for the land acquired for the bauxite mine. In equating native title with property, the High Court's decision has implications well beyond Arnhem Land. The Commonwealth potentially liable for anything it's done in the NT since 1911, roads, buildings, leases.
There's potentially quite a big bill for the Commonwealth when it comes to compensation for wiping out those native title rights.
The fire and the rock stand tall and proud.
Oh,
Andrew Probyn, 9 News.
Everybody's here fighting a good fight.
Yeah, my name is Rexy Jarkarama, and I'm from here, local, Remo. And I'm a crocodile man because crocodile is my grandmother totem, my mother's mother. That's why I handled them. Haven't seen my grandmother because she passed away, rather than seeing her face, but I could look after her dreaming.
We're well on the way to fulfilling our promise of doubling the number of Indigenous rangers by the end of the decade. And if re-elected, there'll be more jobs on the way. It's a program that provides employment while caring for country.
And that's how I love my grandmother totem. I always love, care, and respect them. I treat them as my little ones. I love being with them. Stay humble, but bit nasty because they can bite.
Look like a reptile.
Authorised by Malandiri McCarthy, Mitchell Street, Darwin.
Yeah, my name is Rexy
Don't you
Jarkarama,
look like
and
a
I'm from here,
reptile?
local.
I had to watch
Remo.
it again.
And I'm a crocodile man
Look at
because
him.
crocodile is my
He look
grandmother
like,
totem, my mother's mother.
I saw this clip of a vintage TV show taking place in Australia, and one of the actresses was an Aboriginal Australian, and I rewinded that clip like 10 times because it's been a long time since I've seen a group of people so beautiful. Like, I kept rewinding it because we're not used to seeing people that look like that. So my little cousin, his girl,
I don't like that. They just want to show the white race. They see a light skinned one, then all of a sudden, you know. Oh, what happened here? Yeah. So, it's not really good. Time out. Kind of hate it when that happens.
Going to Australia.
There we go.
Going to Australia, in this little town where a lot of the Aboriginals are.
Oh yeah.
And I looked at the stage and I was like, what is this? And when I saw these people, when I saw the Aboriginals, and I'm like, people don't even know that these people exist. I mean, you've seen one in person, right?
Oh yeah, I was there. I've been there.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, wow.
Yeah, he's just figuring it out, man.
They have the same skin color as us.
Yeah.
You know, they have the same culture. You know.
Right.
And
What do Aboriginal people think of African black people?
Oh, they love them.
Yeah?
Yes,
Tell them.
absolutely. We love the Africans up here.
Same color. Same color. I like that.
Real good.
Yeah?
Yeah. We love all the African people.
Yes?
Yeah. Same blood and same colors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Because they are so open.
Yeah.
And they are not afraid to speak their mind.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
They open up to themselves. And they learn a bit about our culture. And, and we learn a bit about them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
So when you see someone like me, what goes through your mind?
Countrymen are. We're all the same.
We're all the same.
Going to.
How are you today?
Yeah, well, thank you very much.
Where are you from?
I'm from Australia.
Aborigines were the original people of Australia, correct? Yeah. And so you are technically the originals of Australia.
We are tenants from all over, yeah.
Look at that nose.
Okay.
Yeah, from everywhere.
That's people.
The culture is very strong.
These are farmers.
Yes. Well, I'm from America, okay?
What do you play basketball or fun?
No, I don't play basketball. No. I'm into the arts. I'm into like music and writing and poetry and stuff like that. Yeah. You too? You look like it. You know, our story is different from yours because we were taken from our land, and so that's all we know is America. But you guys, this is where you guys were born and raised, and like you've been here for thousands and thousands of years. We've only been in America for 400 years, so we don't have the same connection to the land in America like you guys have to the connection with the land here in Australia. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay, thank you so much for your time.
I'm a brother, an elder. I'm a mama. I'm a daughter.
I love my family, and I don't want people to look at them differently.
I don't want others to look at me differently.
I'm just like any other Australian. I'm an Australian, same as you.
We are one mob. I've decided to vote no.
Because the voice will divide us.
Authorised by Nyungai Warren Mundine, Australians for Unity, Canberra.
I'm a brother, an elder. I'm a mama.
I'm a daughter.
I love my family, and I don't want people.
That heat been beating them up.
You know, the biggest issue that I have with racism here in Australia is the fact that a lot of races, like people, love to use, like, you know, this, for example. Oh, the Indigenous community. They don't even say it in respectful terms, but this is what they say. The Indigenous community had 50,000 years on this land, and all they did was manage to worship a big rock. And I swear to God, that's one comment that's on my video from January talking about the Indigenous Australians and the racism here in Australia. Let me give you guys an example, right? For the racist, like, people here, the ignorant people that don't want to listen. Right. It's like me coming into your house. I'm looking around. I'm like, I don't like the way that's like this. Get out. Matter of fact, stay here. Be my maid. This is my house now. You didn't put any like work into it. I don't like the way that your house is. It's my house now. That's exactly how it was. Watch Rabbit Proof Fence. It's on Netflix. It just shows you everything.
So with that, but you know what she was talking about. They've been here.
And also we know that right off the coast of Australia was an island called Tasmania, a little island off the coast of Tasmania. There are no living Tasmanians in existence right now. You can't find a Tasmanian man, woman, or child because the British systematically exterminated the entire population.
It wasn't until January 1967 that Aboriginal people in Australia were considered humans for the first time.
In January 1967, there was a national referendum to decide Aboriginal Australians should have Australian citizenship. Up to that point, they were officially, and you can document this, classified as flora and fauna and plants and animals.
In Australia, they would literally breed out the melanin of the people. You know, they would have these, they would take the children and take them to breeding camps and breeding farms and breed the darker ones and the mulatto ones with white, and they would literally breed the melanin out of these people. The movie Rabbit Proof Fence is about that breeding process, them breeding out the melanin of the Aboriginal people. So it was very deep what was going on over there.
He's right about that. He's right. It is genocide. It's wrong what they did to them. They do it everywhere they go. Wow.
Very good. This was very good.
On the battlefield. That's a weird weapon.
Very good. This was very good.
In Australia, they would literally breed out the melanin of the people. You know, they would have these, they would take the children and take them to breeding camps and breeding farms and breed the darker ones and the mulatto ones with white, and they would literally breed the melanin out of these people. The movie Rabbit Proof Fence is about that breeding process, them breeding out the melanin of the Aboriginal people. So it was very deep.
Yeah, you already heard that.
Can you say me how is the Christmas in Australia for you?
Yeah, the Christmas is all right. You know, a lot of rain. I'm happy that we had a Christmas.
Example, the Aboriginal people.
Yes, yes, for everybody.
What do you do in?
Just celebration what they done to God.
Oh, he
That's
looks.
what do you do in something special? Food.
I would have thought that was.
Drink.
Yeah, you know,
Do you dance?
Don't want to be mean.
What are you doing?
No, just go to church and have
I would have thought he was
Christmas and that's it.
like a chimpanzee or something.
It's
Just party.
Party. How is the party?
Oh, just you shout anybody.
If
Shout
he go and
anybody.
hang on top of a tree
Yeah.
For you, this is a special
and
time.
run around like a
Yes,
monkey,
it is. It
you
is.
wouldn't even
but
notice.
You know, it's Christmas is
But that's wrong
Christmas.
for
You
me
know,
to say.
like,
That's foul.
Do you like
I
it?
Not
apologize.
every other year. You know, every other time.
And do you like the Christmas?
Oh yes.
Yeah, so man, so we gotta know that our families and friends are still there in the Philippines, in Japan, in Asia, Australia, here in America. The Aboriginals are still here. They're still here. They haven't gone nowhere. Okay, even in Switzerland, Neanderthal, the Aboriginals are still there, and they see them. So we got to know that copper-colored people, mulatto, and dark-skinned people have been here on Earth for a long time. Due to our mixing with hominoid, mixing with humans, Asiatic Africans mixing with Neanderthals, we then tend to have all these problems. But people were not, Asiatics were not supposed to be mixing with the hominoid. That's how you get albino. And then from the albino, they were sending them all up to the north. And then they were mixing with Neanderthal, who are animals, but they stand on 2 feet, you know? Then you have the Caucasians, the Caucasus, children of the dead. Then you have the Devonshires. Okay. Then you got a lot of other people who migrated through the islands from Japan, Philippines, Hawaii, and migrated into America. Some came through Canada and down here, all blacks. They lived there in Canada. They were riding mooses. Okay. So we got a lot of history out there that all they want to talk about is slavery. There's more to our history than slavery, seriously. We really got to get off of this whitewash history that's all about corporation, getting rich, money, and understand our history is very valuable. We need to know that there was already people here in America. There's already people here in Australia. There's already people here in India, way before the albinos came through, the white people came through. Okay, so next we're going to talk about Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia was created in 1935 after World War II because of the promise between the UK and the Jewish society. So we're going to talk about that later. But go to Australia, visit. They have the same history as the American history. Europeans coming over, Neanderthals coming over to their country and challenging them for their land. Okay, so it goes on everywhere we go. You know, everywhere you look, they're there. You know, South Africa's going through it right now, trying to get these people out. So thanks for coming by. Thanks for sharing this awareness. I believe that they should be a protected class of people dealing with everything that they went through and survived. Okay. Have a good day. Thanks for coming by. Um, donate, like, subscribe, like, share. Have a good day.